Coming up in the news, the minimum wage for the public sector is set to increase. A local hardware store reopened following Hurricane Dorian. And an update on the Grand Bahama Children's Home. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all. I'm Shoshina Will-Parkins, and as always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping the news, an increase in minimum wage. The proposal has been a topical issue over the past couple of days. That's after the nation's leader announced plans for an increase last week. However, the exact plans have not yet been revealed. Well, tonight, a former Chamber of Commerce president is giving his views on this hot-button topic. Megan Shepard reports.
The Director of Labor, John Pinder, is quoted as saying that the government is looking to raise the minimum wage in the public sector to at least $300 per week. Former Chamber of Commerce President, Attorney Greg Moss, is supporting that notion, but he says the proposed increase from $210 a week to $300 a week is still not enough.
It has to be a livable wage, and around $350 is still not going to allow most people to do what they need to do for their families, but it would be a major step in the right direction. So I support an increase to $350.
Moss says that he has no doubt that the increase will come to fruition. He explains how quickly and easily it can be implemented.
Under the Minimum Wage Act, to increase minimum wage does not require a huge debate through the House and the passage of any more laws. It just requires an order by the minister responsible for labor saying it's increased, and it's then subject to affirmative resolutions of both houses of parliament, the House and the Senate. And so it's a shorter process than the full debate on a bill. It can be done immediately if the government wants it done. They will table an order. It's a one-page document, and they will say, let's take a resolution, we approve it, send it to the Senate, they approve it. You don't really need a debate on it, and that would be the end of that. The only thing as an intermediary step is that they're supposed to consult with a representative of employers and a representative of trade unions. But it doesn't say that they require the consent of those representatives. Just consult.
Now, Moss says that the increase in minimum wage is only a part of the equation. He says that the second part will be whether or not employers will be able to afford to pay the increase.
And that leads into a totally different discussion. And it leads us back to this discussion about taxation in the Bahamas. At the end of the day, the largest employer, aggregate, and by that I mean composite group employer in the country, is the middle class employers. We get all excited about companies coming in here employing 20 or 30 people or 50 people, but thousands, tens of thousands of people are employed by the middle class. And the brunt of this increase will affect the middle class employers. They've already been substantially taxed by the VAT increases and so on. And so the question is, how are they going to pay it?
According to Moss, the answer is to reduce taxation on the middle class.
And to do that, we have to tax where the money is. We have to tax the richer class, the so-called upper class. And it's a travesty. It's been a continuing travesty since independence, with every party that's gone into the House, that they've refused to do it. The excuse used to be that if we tax the rich, the foreign companies would leave. That's no longer applicable. It was never applicable, but it's certainly not applicable now.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Megan. In other news, management of Pharmachem Technologies issuing a statement today condemning a recent video that went viral on social media that claimed that the future of the industrial company was in limbo as a result of challenges associated with the water supply on Grand Bahama. Now, according to the release, the management of Pharmachem Technologies Grand Bahama Limited is aware that certain false and recklessly irresponsible claims concerning their operations are being circulated on social media and elsewhere. Pharmachem finds the conduct utterly reprehensible, particularly having regard to the tragic and traumatic circumstance recently experienced by so many on Grand Bahama as a result of Hurricane Dorian. As with all residents and businesses on Grand Bahama, Pharmachem was also affected by Hurricane Dorian. However, despite the interruption caused by the storm, Pharmachem remains a steadfast part of the Grand Bahamian economy and wishes to state unequivocally that it is fully committed to the construction of its new multi-product manufacturing plant and to being a part of the recovery process here on Grand Bahama. Switching gears now, Kelly's hardware store rebounding after incurring extensive damage after Hurricane Dorian. Kelly's officially reopened their retail store to the public today after an extensive renovations process. Tonight, Talia Hall talks to the operations manager about the way forward.
Kelly's Freeport Limited was significantly damaged during Hurricane Dorian, but despite this, the hardware and home goods store was able to provide the public with building materials and other supplies shortly after the storm. And now Kelly's is celebrating the return of its retail store. Operations manager Louis Alman says it was important for them to get the retail store up and running before the holiday season.
We operated out of there whilst we were focusing on this side. And I think that's allowed customers to have access to pretty much everything we had before. But this was obviously our priority to get this up and running.
Although the store is now smaller, he says all of the items that Kelly's offered to the public prior to the storm are available once again.
This is day one. It's excellent. I think people are realizing that we're open, so it's getting busier and busier, and we're going to make sure we do our part and keep this, the shelves fully stocked and have everything we can available. Household furnishings. People don't really want to go into the building materials section to purchase those soft goods, so I think this was very important to be able to come in, push a trolley around, and find the toys and Christmas goods that people are wanting at this time.
And their focus now is to renovate the other half of the retail store.
As you can see here, our new floor, we're making the entire store the same height. So we are busy getting that side ready and open as quickly as possible. We're committed. Our staff have done everything that you see here today. So we're very proud of them. They've gotten us to the point where we're at. And obviously our customers for continuing to shop with us and stand strong as a community. So we're very proud for this day. Our staff are very excited, and we're hoping that our customers will be too.
Talia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Certainly good news there. Well, a number of organizations coming together to help those who are still in need of home repair services. The Grand Bahama Disaster Relief Foundation will provide mucking and gutting services, mold remediation and rebuilding services, as well as vouchers for appliances and furniture. Applications are also available, but persons who are also able to sign up at the Grand Bahama Port Authority today. President of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Ian Rolls, says it is a team effort.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority, it's SBP, Samaritan's Purse, Global Medic, CRS, and one or two other non-governmental units or organizations. So it's very important for us now to address the mold that has been built up in a number of these homes that have been flooded. The first line of attack was for us to find supplies for persons in need. The person still needs supplies. However, after the stores are open up now, person's lives are a bit stabilized, the next line of attack is the mold. And so this group came together, and in a coordinated fashion, we designed a platform to help coordinate our efforts. And so today is the start of something that we feel that will benefit a lot of persons on this island.
Now, homeowners will also be able to or be required to submit their power bill or water bill to verify their address.
I came here because my home had severe damages, and so any assistance that I can get would be greatly appreciated. For some persons like myself, you might have insurance, but it only goes so far, so trying to see whatever assistance I can get.
I came here for assistance because I lost everything in the storm. I was flooded. I have mold, and I had to put everything out.
The service was very smooth, and everybody seemed so happy to serve. It was a great difference, a big difference, and it made you feel respected and cared for.
Now, for more information, you can visit www.gbpa.com/homerepair.com. Meantime, a community meeting planned for the new Life Worship Center on Carl Road tomorrow to discuss post-Hurricane Dorian concerns. The meeting will get underway at 6 p.m. and will focus on hurricane relief efforts, restoration, and the way forward. The meeting will be hosted by MP for Marco City, the Honorable Michael Pintard. Representatives from various government agencies will also be in attendance. Once again, that's tomorrow at 6 p.m. at New Life Worship Center. That's tomorrow. Stay with us. There's more news right after the break.